Get you on camera here. Okay. You gonna sit down? What is it?
Just tell your story.
Tell your story.
Oh, I didn't expect that. Well, it happened like this. We moved from Triangle Street to Louisa Street in Binghamton. And I had a place for a garden. I was only in 6th grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother and I had gone to the store on the 6th of December, and we got home. Both of us felt ill, and we don't know exactly what it was. I still don't know what it was. But anyhow, the people that lived next door, Hillary, that's the last name, and they had a daughter, Beth Hillary, and she was a friend of Norma. Norma was still in high school. She graduated in, I think, in 42 or 43 during the time. Back in those days, you could split a division, and if you got enough, if you got enough information, you could leave school and get your diploma. Well, anyhow, that Sunday morning, it was a Sunday morning, and we were, as I told you, we were ill the night before, although I was feeling better. And I said, I would like to go to church with Norma and Hillary. And my mother said, no, I think you better stay home. So I said, okay. And so Norma and Hillary, they went off to church, and they came home, and we just sat down to eat some lunch or whatever it was, and it was Hillary. And she said, I got some important calls. I just got an important call from somebody that Pearl Harbor had been attacked. Pearl Harbor had been attacked? Who ever heard of Pearl Harbor? Previously to this time, back in September, my brother Lawrence had enlisted in the Marine Corps, and my mother, when she heard about that, she started crying, and I said, "Don't cry. It take care of itself." Well, anyhow, we turned the radio on. I still have the radio. It's a yellow radio. We turned back in those days, we didn't have TV, but we had radios, and we had about that high. I don't think we turned the thing off until the war was over. But I know we did, but we did, and we heard all the information about what was happening in Hawaii and other places, and that eventually led to our entrance to World War II. Going back a little bit, the next day we went to school. I was in sixth grade, I think I said that. And we walked in the building, and the teachers were talking in small groups. I don't know what they were talking about, but I figured they're talking about Pearl Harbor. And sure enough, they were. And we had we had a drill where we all met downstairs in the basement in case we got bombed too, but we didn't. But we had to do it because that's what the teacher said, and that's what the government said. And later on, we started rationing and rationing food and rationing meat and different things. And
you still have some of those ration tickets, don't you?
I do.
And
I
so
do.
that during that period in December, my Aunt Anna and Aunt Hattie had come to Binghamton to see my mother and to see us, and they were always good friends and so forth. And
What about President Roosevelt? Did he speak?
he spoke about 2 days later, a day that will live in infamy.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what you always say.
I was going to say that and I forgot. Okay?
Yeah. How about you, Mom? Anything you want to add?
Not really. I was 4 years younger than your dad, or 3 years younger, and I don't remember too much. We didn't have, I don't even think we had a radio at that time.
Oh, wow.
So we heard things
A little slower.
a little later. Our newspaper came a day late and in the mailbox. So I don't know for sure when we found out, but
But you had a ration stuff, too.
yes, we had ration.
And didn't you save things? Like,
Oh, we had to save, we had an iron pile. We had a circular driveway. In the middle of that driveway, we had a pile of iron that people dropped off, and then it was taken to a central place where they used it for the war effort. We also saved our bacon grease, and we saved, they used milkweed. We didn't do it, but they used milkweed fuzz, whatever the seeds, to make nylon
oh, wow.
for the parachutes. And let's see. Oh, we had Eleanor Roosevelt started March of Dimes. Well, no, that was she did, but that was not the same thing. We had books at school where you could give money toward the war effort, and you put stamps in it. I don't even remember what we did with it later, but maybe it was, I know it was, and we bought savings bonds with it, war bonds they called them.
Oh, okay.
So we each had a few war bonds that came due later, 10 years.
Okay.
That's my story.
One more thing, a couple more things. We lived on Louisa Street, and that was the neighbors they had the Hillarys, and they had a son, and his name was let's see, Hillary too, Robert Hillary, and we followed all the way through high school.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened to him, but I know one thing: the house that we lived in. The last time I know, it was they tore it down to build a highway.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. And then what day is this? What's the date? December.
December 7th, 1941.
No, 44,
1940,
41.
1941, that's what he said.
Uh-huh. Oh, did he say that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought he said 4.
Later on,
Oh.
Norma graduated from high school. You could do that back, and you could do that after you finished your work. And so she did, and then she got a job at a store downtown in Binghamton, but it didn't pay much money, like 25, 30 cents an hour, something like that.
Oh, wow.
And so she found out she could get another job making $5 an hour.
Wow, she's breaking in the dough.
Yeah, and she had to get dressed up. She worked in a defense factory.
Oh, okay.
She worked. Was it the same factory she worked in all her life?
Hmm?
Was it the same factory she worked in all her life?
No.
No, she changed. Okay.
All right, turning this off.